Okay, so it's been forever since I have posted anything on YouTube. So, but that's because I have nothing that was to film or no projects or anything. The Vic, she's getting a break because I got a new car, which is the 2014 Fiesta, which works out great. It's a great car. I love it. It's a really good car. The Vic, she's just kind of sitting still right now. I don't really have much to do with her right now. She's just kind of my backup vehicle in case worse comes to worse. This is what I've been working on recently. My friend brought this to me. He bought it for $800, and so me and him have been wrenching on this. I've been spending a lot of time putting a lot of TLC into her. Yeah, he got it for $800, a 1980 RX7. By then, it is a 1980. Unfortunately, as you can see, it hasn't been registered since 1996, so it's been not officially on the Texas roads for a long time. Yeah, it has a 13B from an 88 model. All the injection stuff has been capped off. This has been turned into a carbureted engine. Still has, since it has the 12A front end on it, still has the point system, which sucks, but hey, whatever. The reason why they did that is because it can't mount into this car unless you make a engine mount, because I think it mounts back here, because as I can see on both sides, but I'm not too sure about that one. But I know it did the 12A front end because it has to do that in order to mount to this car, which is okay. The car ran great. As soon as I got 3 hours of tuning on the carburetor and everything, it ran great. It was, you know, but there were some things that I discovered over time, which was resolved. Let's see, what we did is we pulled the engine out because we wanted to get this dang thing clean. We wanted to get it presentable because it was covered in crap. It took me 5 cans of degreaser to get it clean. So I took the engine out. I took the radiator and everything out, flushed the radiator, cleaned it off, painted it, as you can see, painted it black. I was going to paint this, but then I discovered how much of a headache it was going to be for me to mask it off, and the only way I was going to be able to do that is take that thing apart. Which I didn't want to, because as soon as we took it out, we were worried about the seals, and worried about to make sure the casing still had, I guess, somewhat of... Keep on hearing it's like chrome. It's a layer of chrome inside, but I'm just not too sure about the layer of chrome, but I think it's just pure aluminum on the inside. But hey, if it's chrome plated, whatever, that's how the technology goes. When we took it apart, when we took it out, looked through the exhaust ports, it looked perfect on the inside. The seals were in great shape, everything was good. So we're like, great, so I don't have to take this thing apart. All I had to do is put it back in. Put it back in. It has this, I believe it's a performance header. I believe so, because I mean it's evenly spaced and everything, evenly distanced. Has a full aftermarket exhaust stuff, which we're going to be switching out the muffler that it has on right now and putting on a stock one that's hollowed out so it'll look stock. It is a 6-port, so it is the higher compression, naturally aspirated, but we are going to be doing a stock turbo setup on it. So I'm going to guess 6 to 8 pounds of boost. So I mean, this engine right now with the carburetor we have, it'll do about 160 at the flywheel. We're guessing something like that because it's so much bigger. The stock intake manifold that we have, it actually had the stuff for the fuel injection, which was the actuators. I'll show these pieces of crap, which actually open up from exhaust pressure. So when the exhaust pressure builds up and there's lines to go to it, which I've capped it off and all that because we don't need it. It would actually make these come open, and there would be a little arm coming out of these caps where I've capped it off, and they would open up this valve and so they would open up the outside ports. Well, we're running carbureted, so that's no benefit to us. The only benefit would be as if we still had the fuel, if it had a fuel injected setup, but it doesn't. So I wonderfully cut out pieces of aluminum and cap these off, so we don't have to worry about those anymore. So now it'll be running on all 4 ports at all time in the intake manifold. It'll run on all 6 ports at the engine basically. It came with a racing beat intake manifold, upper intake pelham manifold, whatever you want to call it. Cleaned it off and everything, polished it up with wadding polish and wire brush. And when we had this on here and it was running, this thing got cold, like freeze your hand off cold, which is great. I love it that it has that much airflow. Since, you know, it's a rotary, there's no resistance, it just sucks. What came after that was it came with a Delordo, what is it? Delordo, I think it's yeah, DHLA 48 series. So it's a 48 millimeter. Carburetor works, but it needs a rebuild. Especially back here, there's a seal that's gone bad back here. You probably can't see it. So I'm waiting on the rebuild kit. The friend ordered it. It's coming in directly from Italy, so it's taking a little while for that to get here. We're getting rid of the fan clutch, and we're going to be doing an electric fan, so that'll give us a little bit more torque. I mean, not much, but a little bit more torque and get it off. And we're going to crank that off the water pump. And then he's got the electric fan, but I've got to... Why are you doing already? So yeah, that's how it goes. It's got an oil cooler. So we're converting all that to electronic system, but we're going to stay carbureted for now because we want to use it. We're taking it out for autocross and track and everything. So basically, in the end, I have different bolt pattern because we're putting the GSL SE rear end in it. So it's going to have different rims. Not sure what he's deciding, it's his car, so I got to wait on his decision. I know we're going to try to get some kind of 15-inch steely so we can swap tires with whatever else he was wanting to get, which was, I think, Rotos. A Roto brand rim. So, this is pretty much it. This is the project so far. It's really not much more because I'm kind of at a standstill because I need gaskets for the intake manifolds and I need a rebuild kit for the car. But other than that, the car's ready to go. Oh, and then NGK spark plugs and good spark plug wires, and then we're going to rebuild the master cylinder. So that's it for now. Happy projects to everybody.